pedophile freak. I see pure evil in her face. She's subhuman.
Librarians are on the front lines across the nation as they face rising numbers of book challenges and bans. Martha Hickson, librarian at North Hunterdon High School in New Jersey, is no exception.
This woman is a mental mess and a groomer. Librarian Martha Hickson needs to stop her clown show. Why do these pigs always look like this?
Hickson has faced harassment through all social media and email. At the center of the controversy at Hickson's school are these 6 books, mostly focused on LGBTQ+ content. Some are calling for them to be banned. Challenges in communities are often driven by small groups, sometimes supported by state or national organizations.
A challenge is the initial complaint by an individual or organization asking for the book to be removed. And then the outcome of a challenge can be that the book is retained, as has been the case thus far at North Hunterdon High School. It can be restricted, saying that kids can't access it, say, unless a parent approves, or it can be removed altogether, which is a ban.
So, how did these controversial books get into the library in the first place? Well, a long list of people need to approve and sign off on these titles.
There is a chain of command, for lack of a better word. I am the low man, low rung on the ladder. But I do find it interesting that throughout all of these challenges that are occurring across the United States, the low rung on the ladder, the librarian, is the one taking the heat and taking the punches. I have yet to see an assistant principal, a principal, or a superintendent step up and say, hey, wait a second, don't yell at the librarian.
And so, the librarian is left in the line of fire with little protection. The forum for this outrage are the Township Board of Education meetings, where residents get to share their opinions.
If you are for explicit sexual materials being shown to children, you are part of the problem and part of the mob ruining our children's innocence.
The egregious content in these books is appalling to me. Society must have a set of norms and values and lines that just should not be crossed, especially when it involves our children.
They're not asking to remove all books about gayness or anything like that, just a few of them that are clearly educationally unsuitable or pervasively vulgar.
Age appropriateness matters. It is a thing. We use it in the movie theaters. We should be able to use it in the public school library.
But Hickson has also received support.
You have steadfast supporters of the First Amendment and students' right to read. And that is why Martha Hickson has been subjected to the most hateful harassment.
Ms. Hickson has been continually attacked for the last 2 years. We've seen nothing from North Hunterdon. We've seen nothing from the Board of Education. We've seen nothing from faculty to protect her. And I urge you to protect her.
Please do the job you ran for, enforce your policies, and support and protect your staff. Martha Hickson deserves a lot more.
In response to the outrage, the school board said it supports the First Amendment, but won't tolerate threats to its staff.
The great thing is we just have a poll out from the Eagleton Institute here in New Jersey telling us that the majority of citizens in the state are more concerned about books being banned and removed from libraries than they are concerned about uncomfortable topics being taught in school.
In 2021, 1,858 books were challenged. The number jumped to 2,571 the next year and spiked again to 4,240 titles in 2023. That's a 65% increase from the previous year. So why the influx of challenges?
To be honest with you, I don't think the outcome of these book challenges is really the issue. It's the outrage. It's demonstrating it publicly in order to rile people up, bring people together to advocate a particular point of view.
Things have escalated to such a point that some lawmakers in Trenton are taking action. A bill targeting book censorship is being discussed in the State House. The Freedom to Read Act would standardize library book challenges in New Jersey and protect librarians from harassment, criminal charges, and lawsuits.
It protects parents' rights to challenge books. It also protects libraries, and it protects librarians by giving us some recourse in the event when there is harassment.
As for harassment, well, Hickson believes it could ramp up once again as the new legislation is discussed and the November election approaches. Concern grew to where Hickson installed a security camera after suspicious vehicles were idling around her home.
It does feel like, as a librarian these days, that librarians are in a deep foxhole in the front lines of a culture war. I'm not in that foxhole alone by any means. There are hundreds of us librarians, if not thousands, across the United States going through this.
The administration has stated that they will work with police if they hear of any violent threats.
It is scary at times, very scary. But the saddest thing to me, the saddest part for me, is really the absence of support from my employer. I've been going through this now for 4 years. I've had people standing up in public meetings saying defamatory things about me. And the people who know me best have refused to refute those comments. And that's really painful.